How's it going, guys? I am back on the trail. Feeling pretty good after sleeping last night. I didn't eat anything, but Carl, it's about 6, just before 6:30. I've been up. I get up probably 4:30ish, probably out of my hammock between 4 and 5 in the morning, and I was gonna have biscuits and gravy, Mountain House, but again, not super hungry, so I just had a Pop-Tart and a little pastry and a cup of coffee, which was nice. Made me feel good. So Carl's back there. He's still set up, so I'm gonna be ahead of him. The Antlers campsite is up here a little ways. I'm gonna stop there. Probably have my morning constitutional and wait for Carl for a bit. Crossing a little water here. And we'll see how it goes. I gotta slow down. I just left camp, so I don't want to burn out right off. But I'm gonna try to do like 14 miles today. Carl's not feeling too ambitious about that, but we'll see how it goes. We're getting an early start. Anyways, if I see anything cool, I'll take a picture, video it, and otherwise, I'm just gonna keep walking. Thank you to the volunteers who build these bridges. It's day 2 and my feet have not gotten wet yet. I only had to put my sandals on once to cross, probably like 10 minutes into the trip. Little dam by Crawford Pond, but we ran into some of them. They work for LL Bean, not far from where we camped, and I gotta say, I thanked them. Otherwise, we would have been slogging through some serious mud, but instead got to step from rock to rock. So kudos to those guys and gals who make the trail a little bit nicer. Well, you know how I was just talking about how I love those bridges? Not a minute after that, I got to a place where I had to stop, put my sandals on, which I really find quite annoying. I don't like really stopping, but I don't want wet shoes yet. So, stopped, took my sandals off. It was a little sketchy. So I get across the stream, and I have to think, oh, I'll just hike a little bit in my sandals. And I say no. So I stopped, put my boots back on, clipped my sandals to my pack, walked 30 feet, literally, and then, had I even looked down the trail a little, I would have seen that I had to cross another stream. And this one was actually quite a bit deeper. I was having to go from rock to rock as the current was flowing over it, so it wasn't dangerous. I just didn't want to get wet, and my iPhone was in my pocket. You know how that goes. So I'm guessing next stop is Antlers. I'm still in my sandals. I'm going to stop in a second. Get my boots on. The black flies are coming out serious today. When I stopped by that water over there to put my boots back on, foolishly, I was getting mauled by them. So hopefully they're not as bad. I shouldn't be too far away from Antler campsite, so I'm going to take a break there. Maybe get some food in me. But the trail's sweet. This trail really is sweet. All right. Here we are at Antlers campsite. This is where I wanted to stay last night. It's a big peninsula. Yeah, this wouldn't have sucked staying here at all. It's a pretty big site too. It used to be big sporting camps or something out here, but I mean, this is really nice, really nice. A lot of tent sites, freaking hammock heaven in here for trees to string up on. Like, yeah, that would have sucked staying at last night. But I'm just taking a break here. Gonna have a snack. Gonna push on. Carl's about an hour behind me, but I know that he just hikes through the streams with his shoes on. So I get held up a bit at those stream crossings. So he's probably caught up to me a little bit. Ideally, he'll catch up here soon. We can hike together for a while. But I am trying to make Wadley Stream today. So Wadley Stream Lean-To. I think that's another like 10 miles from here. It is only 9 o'clock in the morning though. Yeah, this place does not suck at all. It's pretty cool. It's Patiwajo Spring. You can see it bubbling right up there in that sand. I'm gonna get some water. I bet it's nice and icy cold, and I am really hot right now. Time for lunch at Patiwajo Lean-To. We're gonna eat lunch and then move on. I don't know where Carl is. He's back there somewhere. Hopefully he catches up. If not, that's cool too. It is time to visit the privy, which I must say, just about the nicest privy I have seen. I think as per the federal government, because this is a national scenic trail, all new privies must be wheelchair accessible. Yeah, you'd have to airdrop a person in a wheelchair into here, set them up right before the ramp, then they can wheel themselves to the bathroom. A little ridiculous, but that's the way it is. All right, I'll spare you the horrible details. I'm gonna go do my business. So I've learned every time I get happy that there's a bridge across one of the streams and I don't have to put on my sandals and get wet. Usually about 50 feet down trail, there's a stream. I gotta put on my sandals and get wet. So we'll see. But that's a nice bridge. Again, thank you, Bridge Building AT volunteers. And here we are. Namaganon Stream, Natmagana, something. I need a mechanic stream. Campsites. And there, it looks like they're building a lean-to. I came in here just to have a snack. It was almost 4 o'clock. I was going to try to push through. And then Carl's still back a ways. He's going to try to catch up. He actually texted me. I got a text from him. And so I'm just going to have some dinner, have some chili, and just hang out. You know, I did like 12 or 13 miles today, and I'm a little sore. My back's a little sore. And now I'm in my anti-bug outfit because they were pretty hard. It was sprinkling too. That was one of the reasons I decided to stay here. It started to rain a little. And I don't know what the site looks like up ahead. It's like 2.5 miles. And this was pretty good. Obviously you can see I had a good spot for my hammock. And I built a little thing to cook my dinner on. And in a minute I'm just going to relax. And hope Carl makes it because he has my shortwave radio. Alright, out.
Well, it's day 3, start of, as you can tell by the uniform I've chosen to wear this morning, it's a little chilly. I think it got down under 40 last night, but we slept super warm. I mean, I was toasty warm in my insulation. And yeah, definitely I was tired last night. I slept really good. It was really chilly this morning getting out of the hammock, so I dragged a little. It's about 7 o'clock, even though I was up at up out of the hammock around 5:30. I kind of wanted to get going by 6, but I was puttering around trying to get my stuff together, and ultimately I decided that I wanted to have a cup of coffee. So I had a cup of coffee and tried to eat a Pop-Tart that was adhered to the outside of my pastry wrapper. So I had a little bit of breakfast, but had the Packet Gourmet Texas State Fair chili last night for dinner. That was frigging delicious. It was awesome. And it wasn't just because I was really hungry. It was really, really good. And they give you some corn chips and cheese and a little packet of Texas Pete. So, hey, delicious. So I just left Carl. Carl made it last night, which was awesome. And so we got a few miles to cover today. I'm trying to get a little less itinerary minded and just walk, but I also like getting miles in. So we're gonna try to get to Rainbow Stream Lean-To today. Hopefully make it, because if we don't, then we're just gonna be stealth camping somewhere. I did see some moose earlier this morning, and I'm wondering if I'm gonna cut their trail here, or if they're down here by the river. Since I already saw them, I just assumed they not be down here. It was through the trees. It looked like a cow and a calf, so. And that's about it. Oh, yeah, the river crossings yesterday were frigging horrible. Some through mucky stuff with big blowdowns on them, but I'm hoping for less of that today. So, all right, I'm gonna head off and just start walking so I don't trip. I miss my boys, Oliver and Owen. I love you guys so much.